It's approximately 4:02 p.m. on October 21st, and I'd like to bring the Personnel and Human Services Committee to order. Deanna, would you please take roll?
Lutz?
Here.
Tilly?
Here.
Rancic?
Yep.
Civic?
Here.
Hillman?
Here.
Here?
Here.
Peter?
Yes.
Longstreth?
Thank you. Next item of business is the minutes of 9/16/14.
So moved. Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Carries. At this time, we have public input. Those that want to address the committee can step forward and rush to the podium. Seeing none, we'll continue on with our next order of business is the Director of Division on Aging. We have item 1, which is a memorandum of agreement with Bay County United Way Retired Senior Volunteer Program.
Support.
They're fast today. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Item 2, the memorandum agreement with Region 7 Agency on a matter of balancing programs.
So moved. Support.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item B, the Supervisor of Buildings and Grounds for the Civic Arena Rooftop Munters Service Agreement.
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? Mr. Kuhn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's good to see that we're recapitalizing now. And do we have any idea, using the ice arena specifically, if there's any additional, because that building's getting to be about, what, 10, 15 years old?
Yeah, it was built in '97.
Yeah, is there any other capital projects that we're looking to fund? Because I don't know if this was funded, was in the budget, was it?
It's not in the budget. The contract that we would like to enter into is for $2,750, and we do have that money in the budget right now. So, we don't have any other capital projects planned at the moment, but this is really important to get our two systems running efficiently again, because we think they do need some tune-up, so.
I agree. Thank you.
Is there any other equipment over there that's in the same condition that hasn't really had anything looked at that we should be addressing?
I think John could answer that a little better than I could.
There's several pieces of equipment up on the roof. A lot of it are heating and cooling units, train equipment that we can work on.
Okay.
Munters is a unique system. We haven't had training on that, and since '97 it hasn't had any. We've done some minor repairs, but as far as a tune-up, we just don't have that ability in-house to. So this is a factory authorized. They're coming from the factory when they come to do their tune-up.
Okay, is there a different time frame, like maybe this needs to be done like every 2 years or every 3 years?
The compressors we do. We address the compressors. There's 2 compressors for sheets of ice. In 1 year we'll do a top end, the other year we'll just do a full overload, and then we alternate those.
Okay.
So those do get addressed. The other year one is worked on.
By our staff?
Nope, that's an ammonia system. We have a company come in that specializes in drinks and the compressors, so they come in and do that type of work.
And that's
we
in
do
the
everyday maintenance.
That's in the budget every year for that. Okay. So what we need in the future to be able to budget for something like this is what I'm getting at.
Well, that would be nice. I mean, if we come up with a recommendation from the factory, this should be looked at or tune up every other year or 4 years or whatever it may be. But we haven't had anybody in to actually work on this equipment from the company since they've been installed.
Right.
I've worked on it several times, replaced the big 5-foot desiccant wheel. This is a big part of the dehumidification process for the rink.
Okay,
So,
Commissioner Krieger?
Thanks. So the contract we're gonna enter into, is it just a one-shot deal where they come in, or is it gonna be a monthly or
no,
quarterly?
it's a one-shot. They'll look at both units. None, it's like an 8-hour service agreement that they'll come in. There's some training involved with this as
Good.
well. So I'll have the majority of the staff over there so we can observe and
Do they offer some type of a preventive maintenance program that they would periodically just automatically come in and make sure that the equipment?
They do. There's a couple of different steps that we could take. Sign up for, is it 1 time or 2 time or up to 4 years, so
Okay.
do a contract.
That equipment's at an age right now that if we don't do the PM on it, we could be getting in trouble. And
And if we
it's
lose that, then
costly.
the condition of our ice
fails.
fails.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So what you're saying, Commissioner Krieger, is that maybe we should look at going into maybe a little longer term with this company?
If it's feasible.
And then, you know, we can get your recommendations in the future.
And we can look into that. One of the things I thought is maybe get them in the first time, because as soon as we have the contract signed, we can get them in within 3 weeks. And, you know, based on their recommendations and how often they need to be here, how many times a year we need to do preventative maintenance, whether it's 1 time a year or once every other year, then we could come back with a recommendation. Would that be okay?
That'd be
Well,
fun.
Kristen, what I'm hoping for is if they do put a program together, some of our own people would be able to do a certain amount of it, but if there's something mechanical that could be prevented that we might not have picked up on, that we catch it before it becomes very expensive.
Okay.
Commissioner Tilly?
Does this company offer like a certification program on their equipment that we could get one of our staff certified on their equipment? I know some of the companies have programs that
Not that I'm aware of, but we can look into that.
should we get somebody certified to take care of themselves.
Right, the 1 visit option, you know, and then the price for ops, you go the 2-year option, the 3-year option, the 4-year option.
Any other questions? Seeing none? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item C, the animal control manager, the BAISD agreement for student work exploration opportunity.
Support.
Commissioner Eric.
Mr. Austin. Yes. This agreement, I know, right now, I believe that you take animals up there, up to the skill center.
Right.
Most often for spaying and neutering.
Right.
And so with this, you're gonna have students from the skill center come out to the animal control shelter, or what's going on?
No one would be curriculum out there. The instructor, Dr. Carroll, also conducts sterilization and they provide vaccination at the same time with the students in attendance observing the surgery. And as part of our curriculum, we provide those. It's been an average of 22 animals a year. Excuse me. And it's at no cost to the county. It's at no cost to the potential adopter of the animal. She indicates according to her curriculum schedule when we require those animals, or when she requires those animals, we make them available. The owner picks them up out there, and they just assume that they don't show up there with the animal because on the day of surgery you have everyone in attendance, with the animal showing up at the same time. So. But it's been very beneficial, as I say. It's no cost to the county, but no cost to the adopter.
I guess I just wanted you to explain basically to the public, what this agreement is, because, excuse me, I've been out there, I work out there once in a while, at the skill center, and I know there's doctor that does this, and the program is really good for it's a win all the way around. You know? It's a real win for the county, and it's a real win for the owners of these animals too.
Right.
So I think it's good and a good job, and we'll continue hopefully doing this for a long time.
And so do we, and thank you for the comments.
Any other questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Next one is item D under Personnel Director. We have the approved reclassifications for the Maternal and Children's Services Manager RN for the Health Department, the Payroll Clerk in the Personnel Department, the Director of Administrative Services and Animal Control Executive Office, Animal Control Officer in the Animal Control Department.
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And that was the motion to receive and refer to required budget adjustment. Number 2 is policy rate for leaders of employees making minimum wages.
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Same sign. Motion carried. Number 3, we have vacancies, seeking authorization to fill and post. The proposed resolutions are attached. If we don't have any problem, we'll just take all of these together.
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any referrals? I don't know of any. Any unfinished business? Okay. Any new business? Under new business, I'd like to bring up that next month's meeting will be part of the board's meeting on Wednesday, the 12th of November, because our board meeting moves from the 11th to the 12th because of Veterans Day. And miscellaneous, anybody got anything? Mr. Tilley.
Just want to set this as the last meeting before the election and remind the public that November 4th is election day, and get out and do your civic duty and vote. You want to see a high voter turnout.
Mentioned Veterans Day on November 11th. There'll be some services. I'm not sure where they've had them at the Edson in the past. I think they're going to plan on having it again. Should be in the paper, but I invite everybody to attend the Veterans Day services on November 11th. I think it's at noon, yes. I believe it's at the Edson. They talked about it at Vets Council. I think it's going to be at the Edson again.
Anybody else?
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. We are adjourned.